I hope these New York fans find their way to the exit real quick. Boo! Take out the tone.
A1. A1. Yeah. Truly. Cooler and I'm flyer too. Jam. Cooler and I'm flyer too.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to A1 Forever Sports Show. That's cool and flyer too. Hey, man, it's all about the Atlanta Hawks this episode, and you know I got my man T. Will with me from One Time from the Fan and my ATL Sports One joining. We may have more guests coming in. Hey, I definitely shot the link out there. We're gonna see what happens. Either way it goes, man. Definitely want to talk about these Atlanta Hawks. They have another meeting coming up with the Detroit Pistons, and we want to. But first, before we get there, we have to talk about the Atlanta Hawks versus the New York Knicks, and the Hawks taking care of business against an unlikely opponent. But T. Will, please, by all means, let them know what's up.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are y'all doing? Happy to be on this show with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Chris A1 Moore, my homie, my brother from another. Hey, let's talk some Hawks, man. I did not expect our Hawks to greet the Knicks so rudely last night. I mean, guys, we're down some guys. All these injuries we got. And what do? We win it. We go in
Right.
there and kick ass and take names and win 121 to 116. And I don't know how to say this, but they got this dude called Risacher, man. 33? Are you kidding me? What up, Chris? Let's
Yeah.
talk about this, man. Let's talk
Hey
about
man.
the performance.
Hey man, my thing is, well, first of all, before we get into the individual performance, I want to talk about, the team performance, the Hawks, as a team, first of all, one thing I want to highlight is the fact that they had 12 steals as a team compared to the Knicks 5. They also only turned the ball over 8 times as a team
Yep.
compared to 15 times
From the Knicks.
for the New York Knicks.
Yeah.
They won the rebounding battle. They won the assist battle. I said, and they shot way better. They shot 19% from the 3-point line against the Celtics. They took a day off, got themselves together, came back, dropped 39.5% against the Knicks. Yes, the Knicks shot better from three, but at the same time, the Hawks still defended better.
Yeah.
Like the Hawks, point one dominated points in the paint, 58 to 36, 27 to 13, second chance points. That means we were getting the rebounds and we was getting them back out to the shooters and making plays. Fast break points, you lost that 18 to 13, but it's all right. You'll live with that. You'll
Yes.
definitely live with that, especially with that turnover margin like we were just talking about.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Now let's get into those individual performances like we're talking about, starting with the star man of the show, the Frenchman, Zachary Risacher, man. 33 freaking points, man. 33 points. The man had 3 steals, 3 assists, 7 rebounds, which was a career high, just like the points were. Hit 6 threes, which was another career high, of course. Only 9 games in, but in the same time, man, it's still like a great showing from him. Plus 14, if you care about the plus minus. Plus 14 for our number one overall pick, Zachary Risacher. With this game doing what Risacher did, man, he joined great company. Guys such as KD, guys such as LeBron, young up and coming phenoms such as Wemby. As guys who are dropping those type of numbers, jumping those type of points, getting blocks and steals under the list of if I'm not mistaken, is under 20 years old. I'm gonna get it for you exactly right now. I had it. I had it. I had it. I had it. Okay, so yes, he becomes the fourth youngest player in the NBA to finish with 30 plus points and 0 turnovers. LeBron, Kobe, LaMelo Ball, and Zachary Risacher did that. So that's another feat for him. It's crazy, man, because when you look at it, and we talked about this, me and you too, T. Will. When you look at Zachary Risacher, he looks like he's already pro ready, but we know he's been playing for a while. But he comes in already polished. If you didn't know anything about Zach, if you didn't know anything about the Hawks, you were looking like, hold on, who is this Risacher kid? How long he been in the NBA? Because he plays like a vet. Overall, he plays like a vet, and that's on both ends of the floor. He's 19 years old, guarding some of the best wing defenders too. T. Will, I mean, please, big up our rookie, man. Talk about him.
I got a question for you, Chris.
What you got?
Has he become our third option? Has he?
If he, you can't. It's too soon. You can't just say third option immediately. I mean, I know some people will, and I understand why you're going to say that off of this performance, but it's just too soon, man. It's 9 games in. I can't dive in the deep end just like that, just so soon. If anything, I'm more encouraged by what he can do and what possibly can be, though. It's like, okay, now I got ideas in my head because I have seen what it can be. Because my thing is, you see, just like with DeAndre Hunter, you've seen some things of what he can be, but is it going to be consistent? Is he going to be available to give you that? So, I like what I see. I see the potential, and we already knew that coming in, but I just got to pump my brakes. I got to hold what I got, and I got to just enjoy the moment. I just got to enjoy the moment of this game, man. I can't go too far. I just got to enjoy the moment of this game, and in this game, this was the Zachary Risacher real NBA debut, saying, "Hey, I am here." He did well on both ends of the floor, man.
I think he really did. Last night was definitely a coming out, but I saw some things specifically with the potential of this team and what we're able to do, and uh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited, man. The one thing I saw other than him scoring was, JJ was able to get him the ball and kick it out in some instances, and I really can see that combo going forward, right? So,
Right,
you know,
right.
I, look it with what we have and what's injured right now, whether you
Mm-hmm.
fit it or not, Ricochet has to be our number 3. Has to be.
Hey, and I don't disagree with that. For
He,
what we have right now,
yeah,
and for where the direction of the team is going, I can definitely see him before the end of the year if he continues to play well, being the third option.
yeah.
Yeah, not depending on the opponent or anything, but actually the third option. Um, the thing about I want to highlight as well, we had guys, we had 4 guys in double figures, starting with Risacher. You still had JJ, you still had Trey, you still had Clint Capella, who gave you good
Point.
minutes and good points, and he was perfect from the field last night.
Yeah,
Hit both free throws. He was 8 for 8 from the foul from the field, and that believe him and Jared Allen are the only 2 guys in the NBA that's done that this season. So my goodness, it just what else? What else Clint provide you? He provided you quality minutes. That's what I had from my notes here. He gave you more minutes than Onyeka Okongwu, 27-20, and I think that was just because of the matchup with Cat down in the paint. Cat had 16 rebounds,
mm,
and Clint he had 7 in his own right. Oh no, I'm sorry. Clint had 6 in his own right, and you also had Onyeka, who had 4 rebounds.
yeah,
But the thing about it is, I set that up to say this: Jalen Johnson with another 20 and 10 game.
yeah,
Jalen Johnson with his 7th 20 and 10 game. He
yeah.
had 23 points, 15 rebounds, and 7 assists.
And that's where I'm going, because as he continues to grow, Jalen is going to be dangerous. Because I'm looking at some of the setups, some of the kickouts, his court vision. Nobody's court vision is what Trey's is. Well, nobody on this
Of,
team is
of
Trey,
course.
but JJ's court vision is not bad. It's not bad at all. And,
And
and
and real quick to piggyback on that point,
yeah,
you know why JJ's vision is getting even better? because he is around a guy like Trey.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes
But
sense.
please continue.
No. You're 100% right. Just looking at that game last night, I was really impressed with JJ's, specifically his assist. Yeah, he scored great, and
Mhm.
that JJ's gonna score, but the ability to assist and set up Risacher and others is only going to make us better. And let me tell you something. And again, sometimes it's good to wait a day after you see something, because your raw emotion after the fact, it might not always be valid. But I was
Right.
encouraged by this team's performance last night. I really was encouraged because the Knicks are not pushovers. And
Man, you had some people saying that they were going to be championship contenders.
right.
So,
And if you can not only hang with them, but beat the guy. We shot basically 40% from the field. We played good defense. We can beat anybody. If you can
absolutely.
do that, you can beat it. You can compete with anybody. Now, you and I were on a show last week where we said, I don't know, 3 out of 10 would be great, 5 out of 10 would be ideal. Well, if we can perform like we did last night, I'm not scared. That's what last night performance did for me. If we can go out there and do that, and look, I know you're not going to shoot 40% every night, but if we can
Mhm.
average between 30 to 40%, we can compete.
Right.
That's what I saw last night. We didn't have Bogey, we didn't have Dre,
Mhm.
have I cannot remember this
You,
guy.
you didn't have, I mean, Larry Nance didn't even play last night, considering the fact,
Yeah,
Larry Nance didn't play. And my thing is, two guys that did play, who's been giving you good quality minutes, but didn't really give you anything on a production standpoint. David Roddy, 11 minutes last night. He went over last night. He didn't bring and Dyson Daniels, 3 for 16 on 36 minutes. Missed all his 3 pointers. Only gave you 6 points. My man, he did have 4 steals, so you know what he gonna do on the defensive end. He
yeah,
did give you rebounds, but my thing is, what I'm saying is, he can still put up points. He even had an off night. I'm not saying he's a scorer or anything. I'm just saying, like, we've seen him put the ball in the basket
right.
more than we thought he was. So last night was just one of those things where it was like, okay, the floor of the offense is just going. Other guys are just going. My thing is, we haven't played a complete game yet as a team, and it's hard. It's hard because we don't have all our guys, but it's encouraging. And that's why you stay optimistic about the team, because one thing about it, if this team can give effort and, limit the opponents on the 3 point line, limit them from the rebounds, talking, switching, you know, just communicating, stepping up on screens, because everybody love to shoot threes. Just
Mhm.
like little things like that, just as you do as a team. If you do that different stuff like that, you will be tough to beat night in and night out and give yourself an opportunity. Like, I know it's hard to do, and I know it's hard to see this team doing it, but it's possible. It's very possible, and I believe that you seen that last night as well. And I believe each win that you have seen that the Hawks, this year have been, is like, okay, you can give credit to both sides of the ball.
Mhm. No, I mean, let me tell you something. Those guys they played phenomenal, man. They played phenomenal. And what I liked about it was you got everybody involved. You got everybody involved. And I love it. I thought the Knicks were gonna beat us by a good 15 points. So, when I look up last night and I'm like, what? 121 to 116, and you and I talk,
Hmm.
yeah, they won. And I'm like, what?
Yeah,
What?
man.
You know what I mean? And I go back and I watch the game because they replay it.
Right.
I mean, they play. It was a team effort, but Risacher, man, dude.
Risacher, man, and it was great, man, seeing it. And my thing is, I want the Hawks to get into a flow of being able just to put the ball into the basket, a consistent flow of putting the ball in the basket. And this was one of those nights to where you could say that. Even Garrison Matthews, I mean, he hit 2 threes last night. Garrison has started to become your sniper,
Yeah,
and he's doing well. And we don't have our number one sniper with being Bogey. We don't have him,
yeah,
So Garrison Matthews has been giving you quality shots,
mm,
quality minutes. He's playing defense on the other end. He's trying. He's giving effort. No one ever called Garrison a defensive stopper, but my thing is he's giving effort.
yeah.
We also have another utility guy that we don't have in Veet Krejci, and we're still able to make things work. That's why I said before on Twitter, and I also said it, I said to you too, T Will, you're injured, but you're not handicapped,
That's true. That you did
you
say that.
know.
You
So
did.
I'm just you gotta play basketball. So
And
and
you
the
know,
Hawks, yeah,
maybe
go ahead.
maybe we're just getting to know each other. And last night was like, because you got guys that haven't played before, and you know how it is when you don't know.
Yeah,
Oh no, okay, this person likes it here when they cut to the ball. Okay, this person, they can defend better left than right. There are things and nuances and subtleties that you're not going to know about someone until you play enough time with them. And maybe this Hawks team, this current iteration, this brand, maybe we're learning to play together because again, the Knicks are nobody's pushover. I'm not saying they're world champs, but they're at least a second, third, or fourth seed. And
yeah. Looking at the lineup,
I mean, we handled them last night, and I like we were playing their bench. We handled them last night. We had
right?
them. And I gotta admit, man, I was kind of proud. The ball movement, man, the ball movement that our Hawks were able to do. Um,
That's when we're at our best.
yeah,
Regardless of who's on the team, regardless of who's cooking, that's when we're at our best. When
yeah,
that ball moves around, when everybody gets involved, and when the shots are going down, because we've had that same ball movement and lost because people just wasn't able to give us the offense. So that's another reason why I say, man, I want to see the offense on a consistent basis too, being able to put the ball in the basket. But I mean, that's not ever really been our problem. Offense has always been the defense being talked about. But just on that point, it just got to put the ball in the basket.
I gotta be honest with you, man. The way we move, what I liked about it was guys that didn't have the ball last night were moving. Nobody was
Yeah,
late. Nobody was just sitting there like that. That's when you have turnovers. When people are not moving and you pass the ball, and what do you think the defender's gonna do? He's right on the guy. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna no, they're not, right? But last night
right.
I saw an effort, a consistent effort of folks moving with the ball. And one thing that happens when you move with the ball, you create space.
Great spacing.
If you just sit there, you know what I mean? And let me tell you something. I was impressed by our effort last night. Like, I don't again,
Yeah.
I don't have too much hope for tonight because it's a back to back. And I mean, you played before. I mean,
I
look,
mean, I know, but you're playing the Pistons. You can't play down to it, and you gotta come out with effort, man. You
no, no,
you the same effort.
I
We
think,
got we got to start winning some of these back to backs if they're going to give it to us, though.
yeah. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, we'll look it. We'll see. They impressed me last night, man. I have nothing negative to say about last night's effort. We came back. I mean, with 2 minutes left, we're down by 5 points, and we came back. I
Right.
mean, and our defense stood up. Our defense stood up. Ball movement, just everything, man. What an effort! What an
An,
effort!
an, Another thing that we got to give the Hawks their credit on last night is beating a team. I mean, because you just played back to back teams that had high 3-point percentages.
Yeah,
You just beat the team. The Knicks entered this game as the league's best 3-point shooting team at 41.4%. Now
yeah,
they still ended up with 46% from three. But
yeah,
my thing is, you still were able to limit them in other areas on the boards, second chance points. You were close on the fast break points, points off turnovers. Like those are the battles that you won, and that's how you were still able to take this team down.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like that effort, you have to give that effort and maximum effort in all aspects of the basketball to give yourself the best chance. When on paper you don't have the pieces or the stars,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. And guess what? You get 10 guys or 5 guys or high, you get 10 guys moving in the same direction, doing the same thing for the same cause. Look it, this team can be dangerous.
Right.
And when, if and when we get Bogey and Dre back, look out. I mean,
Right.
they completely changed. They gave me hope, man. I don't know if I should have it or not, but that
Hey
performance
man,
last
you
night,
should. You should. What you mean? Of course you should. And shout out to the starters because lately the bench points have been carrying us, but not last night. So
yeah,
that's another thing too. We actually lost the bench point total of 22-18, but it didn't matter last night because the starters actually showed up. Again, JJ have a near triple double. Dixon Wade calling him Dixon Wade is calling him Diet LeBron Zero. God almighty. Shout out to Larry of the Dixon Way, man.
I tell you what, man, that Dixon Way is one of one, man. He is
Yeah, oh, yeah, you better believe it, buddy. But yeah, man. It just like that was funny. I was like, whoo, boy, that's nasty work, bro. But I understood what he was saying, though. I understood what he's saying, and that's something that you're encouraged to see
That's a
because,
compliment.
yes, because JJ did work out with Braun in the offseason.
Yeah,
And it's just like maybe Braun just told him, even if Braun didn't tell him nothing else, but hey, man, play up to your potential. That right there goes a long way. And you're seeing it 7 assists, again, 15 rebounds. And that's another thing, too. I said JJ could be a 20 and 10 guy easy. Easy. And before the season even started, I said he got that potential because we already see it. And now he's showing it. And he may have triple double potential. Like he may, can you imagine like be having to have a weapon like that? Trey has never had a superstar necessarily next to him. Hopefully, we are truly grooming a few.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, with
Bro,
JJ, Risacher, Dyson Daniels on the defensive end, and giving you some offense.
yeah,
Hopefully, we're having. Hopefully, we're putting building blocks because all these guys that I just named are no older than 22 years old, no older than 22, 23 years old. Those three guys.
yeah,
So I'm hoping that you're having some building blocks. 19-year-old Risacher, 21-year-old Dyson, 22-year-old JJ to have around Trey. I'm trying to tell you saying when Dre and Bogey come back, yes. And also just wait until like this team gets more help and depth in the front court,
hmm
more size in the front court.
hmm
It's gonna be dangerous. It's gonna be scary times in Atlanta, just like Kyle Pitts was saying. But this time for the Hawks.
Hey man, look it. That performance last night, because what impressed me about it was it was the movement with that. It's like you say effort, right? There's nobody
Mhm.
standing around, guys keep cutting. And it wasn't just when Trey had the ball. I saw Anyeka do that. I saw other guys that you typically don't do that. And it looks like Quinn's message is starting to get home. And look it, Trey is the king. Okay, no disrespect to him, Trey. Let me tell you something. My admiration of Trey has gone up because I can see his influence on other players. But with that
Trey
being,
is becoming a leader of men.
yes, he is. But with
He
that said,
he is becoming that.
we have to be able to perform when he's not on the court, and I saw that last night. For the first
Hmm.
long time, I saw other guys say, all right, hey, you cut here, I'll go here. I saw movement. And if we can do that, right? Because let me tell you something. Trey's in the game. Look it. Ain't a lot of teams that can stop. Hawks being healthy, we're going to score. You're not going to stop us scoring Trey in the game. But if you can maintain that focus when Trey's not or when Trey's off ball, you become very dangerous. And if you can defend, we're defending a lot better this year. Now I know that's not
Yes,
saying
we
much.
are.
Last year's
I
defense.
mean, I know it doesn't show up in the box score
Yeah.
because for the points, and everything like that. But at the end of the day, we're still learning how to gel and learning how to win. And even I am human, and I be wanting it sometimes like that. And it's not going to happen like that. Just the reality of it. It's not always just going to happen like that. Sometimes it may be a game, it may be a situation. We've seen this in sports, period. It may be a game, it may be a situation. Just never know where that spark is going to come from, or what's going to be that win or that moment to just give the team like, oh yeah, this is it right here. All right, we can do this, y'all.
Yeah.
Let's play together. So we're gelling. Hopefully this Nick win can catapult us and give us some confidence. I do dislike the back to back because again, most of our guys that was in double figures last night, except for Dyson Daniels, who wasn't in double figures, all played over 30 minutes last night as well. Clint Capella played 27, but still you had Risacher 37, Jalen 39, Dyson 36, Trey 35. Now all these guys are young. So that's the thing that you do have on your side, the youth aspect, except for Clint. And then you kind of want to limit Trey a little bit. So maybe we see just a little bit more of Keaton Wallace, who only had about 6 minutes. No, he had 12 minutes last night total in the game. So maybe he'll get, let's say, 18 minutes tonight. Just a few extra minutes to help out for Trey. But and I also expect to see maybe Larry Nance Jr. this game too. He didn't play last game.
Yeah.
So just thinking about, the back to back and how Quinn can possibly navigate the rotations possibly, so to kind of give guys some rest and everything like that. I will say, like I said, yeah, the game is tonight. The Detroit Pistons are 3-6. 3-6 Detroit Pistons. And they had a big win against the Lakers the other night. In our last few matchups, we have beaten the Pistons. The last time the Pistons beat us, it has been a while, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been able to take care of the Pistons, even though last year we still had the Malachi Flynn game. But still don't know who that is. But my thing is, you can't let teams come in and because this game. Oh no, excuse me, we're on the road. I'm so sorry, everybody. We're on the road against the Pistons. So that's another thing too. We had to hop on a plane and fly to Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. Right after the game, you got to go fly to Detroit and then play the Pistons tonight at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
So that's after this, the next game for the Atlanta Hawks will be, I believe, Friday.
Well, hey man, let's go to Detroit and get a victory, and if we do that, we'll be 500. We're 4-5 right now, which, considering what we've been through, is I'll take it, right? But hey, look at it. We can win tonight. We're 5-5.
Right.
You can go in there tonight and steal a win. Hey, you're 500. And let me take a look at the NBA standings.
Yeah, it's so crazy that you said that because I was looking for something similar like that myself. But yeah, go ahead because it's something else I need to look at real quick since we're on this whole topic. But yeah, man.
Here's the thing: if the playoffs started today, the Hawks would be the 5th seed. Imagine
See,
that.
now that's what because last night I looked at it and it wasn't updated yet. And I was like, okay, NBA, what y'all got going on? But you know what I'm saying? I can help you out if you need somebody to work. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying I'm always available. But yeah, man, I'm just saying, but yeah, I didn't see it so because they still had the Knicks ahead of us and everything. I was like, nah, y'all didn't add that loss yet.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we'll be the 5th seed right now. I know that may not be much of saying much just because it's only 9-10 games in for some teams.
Yeah.
But still, hey, I mean, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. And you look around, the only teams that's really just eye popping right now are, of course, the champs. They're the Celtics. But those Cleveland Cavaliers, that like who's seen that? But Evan Mobley has been playing out of his mind too. But don't want to talk too much about Cleveland or anything like that until it's time to. Just because the standings had came up, just wanted to talk about that there. But again, Oh, I'm sorry. We play Friday night. I don't know why, but on NBA.com for a second, it had us the Hawks playing tonight. And then it had us playing on Friday as well. And I was like, oh no, something gotta be wrong. So NBA.com has a glitch going on right now. But I just looked it up here, and just like I thought, we played we played the Pistons on Friday, and then we do have a back to back because we have the Pistons on Friday and you have the Bulls on Saturday. Then you're off Sunday, Monday, and you got the Celtics. You're playing the Celtics on the road because it's the beginning of the cup, the beginning of the cup championship.
Gotcha.
And yep, and of course we're in East Group C. Okay, so yeah, and we'll see what happens right there. Boston is 7-2, by the way.
Yeah.
We'll
Well,
see though, man. We'll see. Detroit, like I said, we're gonna be coming into them, but again, salute to the Atlanta Hawks for what they did against the New York Knicks. We needed that anyway because we had lost a few of our last matchups against the Knicks anyway. And really, we haven't had a lot of success against the New York Knicks since that playoff matchup, if we really want to keep it real.
yeah.
So we needed that win. We needed that win for the season and for the morale. But man, that's pretty much all that I got, man. Unless you got anything else you want to add, T. Will.
Brother, I think you covered it, man. I think my takeaway is, this team gave me hope. We're 4-5, and we with the win tomorrow, we can be 5-5. And look, if you'd have with this version of this iteration of Hawks, if you'd have told me that Bogey would be down, that Dre would be down, that the guy who was a rookie last year, I can never remember his name, but anyway,
Kobe Buffkin.
thank you.
Kobe Buffkin.
But I need it like on a chain. You remember, like, I don't know if you know about the
Oh god.
my mama would put my key on my neck. I need Kobe Buffkin, like, anyway. But if you'd have told me all three of those guys would be hurt and we would be 500, I'd be like, I don't know what you're drinking, but it's got to be pretty good. So the fact that we are 500, we are maintaining, we are on. I'll take it, man. Look it, I'll take it. I didn't think the Hawks would win a championship this year, but 500 without three key pieces. Hey, man, I'll take it. I will take it. Let's go. Let's go into Detroit, see what we can do, man. You're absolutely right. I agree with you, man. Nothing else need to be said. 100% Hawks.
Facts, man. Well, shoot, man. Let the people know where they can find you.
Absolutely. You can find me on One Time for the Fan on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m., Friday mornings at 9 a.m. You can find me on my channel at the number 4, My ATL Sports 1. Say again, 4 My ATL Sports 1. 4, the number 4, My ATL Sports, the number 1. On YouTube, typically Fridays at 7 p.m., Sundays, maybe right after the game, and Monday mornings, we have a Monday morning show with the morning crew, and that's where you can find me. But hey, let me tell you something. Please like and subscribe to this guy's show because this guy's phenomenal. He does all my video work. Hell, he's a one-stop shop, man. So also content creators out there, he's not doing your video. I don't know what's going on, but you need to let this man do your video because he's great at it. So yeah, that's all I got. And again, thank you for having me. And last but not least, let me thank God. Thank you, God. I always do that at the end of every show. Thank you for waking me up and just everything you do. But brother Chris, hey man, brother from another, I appreciate you. Always happy to share the stage with you, brother. And hey, as long as you keep inviting me, I'll keep coming back, man. It's on you, sir.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you again, man. For these talks we be having, man, about our Atlanta teams, man. Thank you as always. But yes, man, A1 Forever Sports, man, the platform on YouTube. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe as we're going to continue to bring you this content. Hawks, Braves, Falcons, of course, you know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for all that you guys do as far as like support. And thank you to all content creators, Hawks, Braves, and Falcons. You know what I'm saying? Just going to give that salute to all you guys for the work that you do out there. All right, man. Again, man, shout out to the Hawks, man. Big win. Really optimistic about this win moving forward. We're just going to continue to get better, continue to gel, continue to learn how to win. Find me also on Twitter and Instagram, A1 Forever, and also the real A1 Forever on TikTok. Until next time, guys, peace and blessings to you all, man. You know what I'm saying? love somebody today, man. Be positive and just give the world something good of the day. All right, now, y'all. Until next time, we will holler.
A1. Yeah, truly. Cooler and I'm flyer too. Jam. Cooler and I'm flyer too.
Ooh, take out tone.